Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another packed house here at Farrell High School. Nobody Cares Sports is back on the scene for Day 2 of the CYO Basketball Championships. I'm Danny Chanod alongside Ray Palma. Joining us in the broadcast booth will be Coach Doug Elwell. But first, we have our predictions for today's game. We want to welcome our very own Bookie into the broadcast booth. Bookie, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good.
Great to have you
here. I'm excited to see all these kids around here.
And we're excited to have you in the broadcast booth, powered by Main Street Coffee. Now, while we're here, we got two great teams up. It's the third grade girls championship game between Holy Child and Blessed Sacrament. Holy Child is undefeated. Blessed Sacrament comes into this game the underdog, I suppose. Who do you like today?
Wow, it seems like this is the first game for today, so I like the favorites.
Going with the favorite. All right, so understand the spread is 6.5 points, so good luck to both teams. Bookie, great job. We're going to welcome Doug Elwell to the booth, and we'll see you a little bit later on.
I hope I'll be a whole piece after the game.
I hope so, too. Good luck starting your car.
Thanks a lot, Bookie.
Welcome to the third grade girls in Staten Island CYO Championships. Blessed Sacrament Titans versus the Holy Child Hawks. Once again, we had a wonderful day of basketball yesterday. We ask you to please just root for your team. The girls are nervous. Let's have some fun. Let them enjoy the game. And remember, it's only a game. We ask that you please remain seated. Please do not stand in the corners. If you can, they're children, and we want them to have enough space. I ask you all to rise now for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Okay, the teams remain on the court. Just one more piece of housekeeping.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody Cares Sports Network is back on the call. The broadcast booth today, Danny Chanod, Coach Ray Palma, Coach Doug Elwell, welcome back. How are you fellas feeling today ahead of a championship Sunday?
I'm recharged. I only did 2 yesterday, so
yeah.
I'm feeling energetic today. I feel good.
Getting Ray fired up. Ray, go ahead.
As always, I'm happy to be on 5 out of 6 today. So my minutes restriction has been lifted somewhat, and I'm very ecstatic to be here. Just happy to be back. A beautiful scene again here at Monsignor Farrell.
Super ecstatic to be here. Happy to have the Bookie here today. That's historic for sports. We're out
first,
here.
my first time, Dan. I'm really.
I was
I'm really
starstruck.
excited.
Never met him before.
No,
I was starstruck
first handshake.
myself.
I'm really excited.
People
about
don't even think he's real. We've got a barn burner to start the day. A tremendous Game 1 broadcast. What's taking place right now? They're doing a little sportsmanship, telling players how to act. We figured we'd fill you in right now. We have Blessed Sacrament, I believe, right? Who we got here?
Yeah.
Holy Child versus Blessed Sacrament. Holy Child, the underdog going into this game. They are wearing blue jerseys on top with blue shorts, white trim, and white numbers. Also, they are facing off against a very formidable opponent in Blessed Sacrament. This team comes in undefeated on the season. No?
Holy Child.
Other way around, Coach.
Holy Child. Good. You guys call me Coach.
We
Yeah,
got
thank
you, Dan. We
Thank
got you, brother.
Holy Child comes in undefeated on the season. So many different schools.
You don't want that hate mail coming early.
It's coming.
So we got Holy Child 14-0 undefeated, 3-0, and then 3-0 in the regular season versus Blessed Sacrament.
Wow.
But all 3 games close by a total of about 10 points combined. So yes, Holy Child undefeated, 14-0 in the regular season. Blessed Sacrament, all games close. So while Holy Child is certainly the favorite, Blessed Sacrament is certainly can match up well and certainly has more of a chance in this game. 6-5.5 point spread. By the way, our spreads are for fun and fantasy information only.
Yeah, nobody.
Entertainment. I was about to say entertainment
full
purposes
entertainment.
only.
We know when you look at the post and they tell you what the Knicks are going to win by or lose by. We just want to give the average sportsman at home who has no idea what CYO is. What's happening?
I'm pretty sure 3 grandfathers have come over to try to place bets, but we're not going to take their money. We're not taking their money.
No, and they would get paid in yen in like 3 years.
Not anyway, but as the tournament evolves, you never know. We could go live, but nonetheless, a matchup of an undefeated team, a matchup of the second best team in the division.
Yeah.
2 coaches that are heavily invested, and I can't wait to get started, Dan.
And very similar to yesterday a couple times where
My man.
Referee asking us for consent to start the game.
Correct. That will happen at the beginning of every broadcast to make sure that we are live for the fans, not
fantastic.
here.
That is awesome.
But again, what I was about to say is, another game where today both teams feature girls that play on the same travel team. So this is going to be an intense matchup because these girls have a lot invested in this as well personally. They all know each other.
Here we go to start off the game. It was Blessed Sacrament who won the tip, but it's quickly taken away now by Holy Child. They are the Hawks facing off against the Titans. Trying to get the offense going, it seems, by working the ball into the paint, but excellent ball denial here by the ladies in blue and white to start. Working it now right side, and we have a foul called. And we'll wait to see who it's on.
Titans come out in like a top-heavy zone, looking to trap a little bit.
Coach asking for the hands to be up, out. Great way to start the game defensively to talk about him.
Here's a shot from just in front of the charity stripe. Won't go. Last touch by Holy Child.
That's Irene Veronkitis. So I was talking to Coach Deverjenic. She said that she's their main player, that we're going to be looking at her a lot today to take a lot of shots and get their team involved offensively.
Now we've got Isabella Cicero. She seems to be the floor general here, passing it off to Juliet Gregorio. Stops her dribble, has to give it up in a tough double team, throws a wild cross-court pass, and it's wrangled up there by the Hawks. They bring it across the timeline from right to left. Excellent pass into the paint.
Beautiful.
And our 2 points are first on the board for Holy Child.
That was
43 for Holy Child is Addison Harkins. Addison's
yes,
Harkins,
yes.
the coach's daughter with the first bucket of the game.
Thanks,
2-0 Hawks.
Thanks, Ray.
Excellent
First
stuff.
one.
Oh, an excellent turnover. Good basketball IQ to pick off that pass coming down the other end.
Whoa. Offensive.
That was Alexa Horton who
right.
came up with the steal, I believe, trying to get the number. No, I'm sorry.
They called an offensive foul on that. All right, too early for the refs. Here we go. 2-3 zone for Holy Child. More aggressive. I think it looked like maybe like a 3-2, Dougie. A little aggressive on the ball for Blessed Sacrament.
Yeah, Blessed Sacrament for sure. Their hands are out, they're active.
That was Vribanakis that turned the ball over. We have ourselves a jump ball situation. Playing 7-minute quarters here. Game 1 of 6 on the day. Free basketball for all of you to watch at home. If you love what you see, make sure you like the video. Tell the world about it. We're out here. Nobody cares.
Subscribe, share.
Holy Child brings it across the timeline. They get a good shot opportunity, but it won't go. 2-0 still our score here early on.
And that's 31 Irene again, trying to take the ball to the basket there. Did a great job of splitting the gap in the top of the zone.
Well, now here we go. Blessed Sacrament trying to get on the board here. And when they do, they will tie the game. Instead, it's a 3-second violation in the paint. It'll be red and gray going the other way.
And the best part, I know at the young age, you kind of wonder, you need to call 3 seconds so soon, but it's great to teach the kids to play the right way early. Yeah. They'll learn, and by the second half, need a little refresher memory sometimes, but by the second half, you won't see any more of those. For
sure, and especially, in a game like this with big court, a lot of fans here, I'm sure none of them have played this large of a scale of fans. You kind of like a deer in headlights in the beginning of the game, so may not be paying attention fully about what's going on. They're in third grade, so this is
they are
phenomenal.
8. Yeah, these young ladies are 8 and came ready to play this afternoon, that's for sure.
I'm petrified that my son's 4 years away from this.
110%. Now Addison Thompson with it. They lose it. A jump ball. That's 3 straight possessions with jump balls. So these girls are playing with a lot of tenacity right now, getting after it.
Oh, there will be jump balls today, Dan.
Yeah.
There will be jump balls. Girls basketball, especially at this age, there's a lot of jump balls. It's showing too as well. If you watch their footwork, Blessed Sacrament girls especially so far, they've done a good job of pivoting and trying to get the ball away from the Holy Child defenders. So take a look at their pivoting and the way they're moving their feet.
Well, they work it now into the left corner, trying to get something going baseline. A shot fired too long. They'll have a second chance opportunity here, but not before a foul will be called. Good hustle. And it looks like it's going against Blessed Sacrament.
Good hustle on both teams there. Everyone's on the floor getting that loose ball.
So the Holy Child's getting inbound along the baseline. A little stack set. Well done by Blessed Sacrament getting the hands on the ball here, Dan Chanod.
Absolutely. Now working the ball 2-0. Still the Hawks with the lead. Blessed Sacrament trying to tie it up, but a turnover will force them to go the other direction here. And these are early nerves that you guys just talked about. These
I think
self-inflicted turnovers.
I think everybody on the court, the whistles are flowing early. The young ladies, who wouldn't be nervous? There's got to be 500 people here right now, and
it's third grade A basketball.
Yeah. Well, this is how we do in Staten Island, right? Say small town Indiana, right in the middle of New York.
Well, we like to show Indiana that. The idea is that as we grow as a sports network, we ship people from teams from Indiana out here to play Staten Island.
Staten Island versus everybody.
Staten Island versus everybody.
I'd put money on it that there's more people in this game in this facility right now than there was at Wagner College home games.
110%. And they have a wonderful program up there. And
100%.
Gentlemen, we have another jump ball. Shout out to the referees here today. I don't believe we have their names for the broadcast. Doug, I'm going to make that your job.
Yeah, no problem.
At halftime, so
I
we can give them a shout out.
I actually have never seen either one of these guys, so it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but right now they're doing a pretty good job. So.
Absolutely. Working the ball around the perimeter right now are the Titans, trying desperately to get on the board, and a foul call is called at the top of the key.
And Holy Child, so I got
it. Right, you good.
Holy Child extending the defense a little bit, coming out a little more ball pressure.
And that caused number 21 there, Isabella Cicero, to do a better job of making sure the ball was not being jumped as we have the last couple possessions, and did a good job of moving that ball and ripping it from side to side across her body.
Nice little out of bounds play. Get the ball from the side there, sideline out of bounds.
Championship game, coach.
Well, trapped in the corner now, going to have to get rid of it, and another jump ball. So great defense on both sides in a 2-0 game, and we're talking about a Holy Child team that comes in here undefeated. This may be the first time really in a while that they've been faced like this, like pushed up against a formidable adversary. I understand that one of their playoff games this season was really lopsided.
Well, the only close games during the year were versus Blessed Sacrament. So these are clearly the two top teams in the division. That's why they made it this far.
There's a
as
shot.
We get a baseline jumper there from
Goes
Harkins.
Off the backside of the rim, but stays in bounds. Blessed Sacrament with an opportunity going the other way. Great defense by the Hawks, getting back to stop and transition. A shot gets thrown up from outside the paint by Addison Thompson. It won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay blue and white.
Addison Thompson, Dave Thompson's daughter, my good buddy, and one of the more aggressive players at this age. She's going to be someone to watch out for on this level for the next 6-7 years in CYO.
That was absolutely adorable. That girl was guarding her, face guarding her so hard that the sub came in and she did not know that she was in for her. And she had to actually tap her on the back and get her out of the game. That was phenomenal.
Just a shout out to Addison Thompson. What's her favorite meal to eat before a game? She says Jody's Wings or Jimmy Mac's Pizza.
She knows her stuff, that young lady. I believe we had a walk prior or foul on the floor.
Before the walk.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Great.
And I agree with
Dave,
Addison.
Can
Great,
you
right?
repeat that? Can you repeat
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. So Addison's favorite meal to eat before a game is Jody's Wings or Jimmy Mac's Pizza.
Wait, what are these things, Dan? We have questionnaires. I wasn't.
I'm trying to do a better
where
job
is the
every
meeting?
day.
I never told
Here,
of this.
here,
I
here.
would have read these all night long. Are you
No, I
kidding me?
just got these. This is for Blessed Sacrament. As the game evolves, if you call a girl's number, look it up in here, and we've got
Wow.
some of her interests. Trying
What's
to be
your
like
favorite
Little League
meal
World
to eat
Series.
before the game? Meat. Must be on a protein type diet.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. All right.
Well, my
Dad
thing.
wrote that. Meat.
The game's at noon, so she have them before the game today. That'd be interesting.
Well, here's the inbound now, and an opportunity comes lost. Turnover coming the other way. Looky here, Addison Thompson has it. She gives it up to Juliana Matera, who brings it across the timeline. 42 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of the third grade A girls championship game.
Oh,
Good pass into the paint, just a little bit over the top of the outstretched hands that time.
That's what we call a good look, but an unfortunate pass. Right, the way the ball should have gone, the right place, a little misdirection on the location.
I love the energy that Coach John and Jordan and Tracy and her husband are over there doing. They're doing a great job over there.
Oh,
on both
beautiful
sides.
shot. Baseline doesn't fall. Absolutely in and out. Quantum physics at play here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. May also be the afternoon. Nobody cares. Blessed Sacrament still trying to get points on the board. Tenacious defense here by the Hawks. Right side, a good shot attempt goes off the left side of the rim.
Just want to shout out Sal. My fault. I forgot his name for a second and I drew a blank.
Oh, and they won't get the shot attempt off. So here we are, gentlemen. It's not quite a barn burner, but it's what we love to see, and that is a defensive championship battle.
Well, it depends on the definition of barn burner, because my barn burners are just great games that are close in score. So right now, I got that right now, so I'm happy.
The last possession there, Blessed Sacrament finally broke down the zone a little bit with some movement. So far, Holy Child has done a much better job of getting into the zone, breaking it down, getting low, getting to the basket, whereas Blessed Sacrament's been kind of stifled on the perimeter. Last two possessions, though, you see him moving a little better, looking in the right spot. So they're starting to find the seams in that defense.
Yeah, look to the second and third quarter for them to relax a little bit more, play a little bit freer. They got that first quarter out of their system. The little jitters are gone, hopefully. Fourth quarter, anything can happen, but second and third, let's look to see what kind of adjustments the coaches are making in their timeouts and their huddles. Both teams look like they're very, very invested in their timeouts and their huddles, so should be interesting.
Hey, gentlemen, it's sponsor awareness time. It's time we let everybody know who supports Nobody Cares Sports Network. Duffy's on Forest Avenue, Stanton, St. Patty's.
Shout out my guy Cormac Gordon, the owner, one of the owners, one of my best favorite people on the face of the earth.
Great guy. Cormac's a great guy.
The best burger on Staten Island. Bottom line.
They got Staten St. Patty's. We know the games are on there in the restaurant. Shout out to everybody on Forest Avenue celebrating today. We're all Irish.
Go see my guy Jimmy Rober down at Duffy's today. Go get a pint and enjoy yourself. We'll hold it down here on the South Shore, celebrating these young kids. And we're back live here to start the second quarter of action.
Prima inbounds, and the Hawks have control to start the second quarter. Good defense here by Blessed Sacrament, and a turnover.
Ball pressure bust pipes, and every time there's ball pressure, you can get a little walk, you can create a jump ball, things like that. So a lot of double teams, a lot of trapping early.
All right, coming back down the other way, left to right come.
Here we go.
The Titans, well, they have it taken away on an excellent turnover and a foul to stop the fast break. On defense, it's going to go against the Titans.
Veronicas is fast, huh? Jumped right in that passing lane, took it, went coast, got bumped there, and then inbound on the baseline.
Another stack play.
Inbounding underneath their own basketball hoop are the Hawks, trying to build on a 2-point lead here, and we have a double dribble at the top of the key.
Coach Elwell, I mean, did you see the inbounds play there, the inbounder? You could see her go through the progression.
She knew exactly what to do.
She went to her, what I think was her last option, but that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You don't see that from high school kids.
Both extremely well-coached teams. And again, only in the third grade, so this is amazing.
Juliet Gregorio with it now. Kicks it up top to Isabella Cicero. Now back to Gregorio, right wing. Good defense here from the Hawks, getting all up in the grill. And we got to do something here as we've got pivot, turnover.
If you remember old school, like Lakers versus Celtics games like that, when the game would freeze, the guy would do that, just keep jab stepping and not going anywhere. That's kind of what happened there to the young lady in the corner. But stifling defense again from the Hawks. Give them credit.
And those of people watching home, that's a 5-second call. So you have 5 seconds if you're closely guarded, holding onto the basketball to get rid of it and pass it to a teammate. If not, it's a violation of a 5-second violation.
Well, here's Irene Veronicas. Brings it across the timeline. Second chance opportunity won't go, but a foul called. We've got somebody going to the charity stripe for the first time today, gentlemen.
It's Melania DePrima, and when I talked to Coach Jersey, one thing she described, I thought it was a great comment from a coach. I asked about every player starter. DePrima, I said, what does DePrima do? First thing she said was inbounder. And you don't underestimate it's hard to underestimate how important having an inbounder is. Someone to inbound the ball is a skill. It's a position and it's an ability. And for Holy Child, Melania, amongst her other responsibilities, is the inbounder. And has one more from the line here to make it a 3-point lead.
Isn't it amazing, Ray, that at this age they already can say, like, oh, this girl is the inbounder. She needs to be the inbounder. She's the strongest passer. She knows what she's doing IQ-wise as well.
That's just the difference, and I think a lot from when I played CYO, maybe when you played, there's a lot less mommies and daddies coaching, even though this happens to be the case here. But there's a lot, they're basketball mommy and daddies.
I was going to say, it's a difference when you're a mom and dad compared to a basketball mom and dad.
Yeah,
The two sides of these teams have some genes in their system that. Oh, good shot!
Oh, good shot from way outside. Doubles the lead. It's 4-zip.
Holy Child's been offensively has found a way to penetrate the Blitz Sacrament zone to a point the Blitz Sacrament has not been able to do on the other end. Thus far, a lot of time left.
Yeah, I'll tell you, to the average sports fan that might be tuned in at home, there is no 3-point line here this afternoon for this game. So you could shoot it from Jersey, and it'll still be 2.
Great rule by the CYO. You
100%.
Don't need kids this age chucking up threes. They're too young. They're too small physically, whether boy or girl.
Yep.
And the game is Stephen Curry is one of the best players ever, but his playing styles kind of want to make kids emulate that style, and that's not productive at this age.
Look at this box set.
And the screen across.
All right, the inbound, good opportunity. We got a foul called before a shot opportunity.
I'm getting out-coached by
Fantastic.
CYO parents here because my team doesn't run out of bounds plays that well.
That was a box set with a cross, X cross in the middle of the lane for John. And look, we did another variation.
And
4 high.
So shout out to John Matera and Jordan Zotz running offensive sets like this.
Oh,
and then,
got to it.
Beautiful, throws it up in the paint, doesn't go.
Hey, but that's
no harm there.
They're running everything to perfection.
Absolutely.
They're getting great looks. So,
they're teaching these girls the right way to play basketball.
Dan, it's not even close. Dan, look at this.
Look jump ball situation back down the other end, so it's going to stay red and gray basketball.
I love this.
You talk coaching and what's the Sacrament? Now, I happen full disclosure. Look at this. They're in a stack.
Break.
I don't think anyone's seen it.
Inbounding underneath their own basket. Good shot opportunity off the inbound, fouled, and we'll have another trip to the charity stripe.
So you saw that, Doug. They trained on the break, and the inbounder forgot to use break. So the girls didn't move until she said break.
And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen here today too? This gym is gonna get louder and louder. So the inbounder is gonna have to get louder and louder, saying break.
Well,
in high school, college, you'll see, even maybe a little bit older CYO, you'll see the player tap the ball.
A little ball slap,
a little ball slap. They're too young to do that. I don't think they can hold the ball with one hand. So the break is going to be the call.
Well, Addison Harkins at the line. She misses the first of 2 attempts.
Feel those kicks, Ray.
Oh, those
retro
retros there, huh? Oh, she's playing in the good ones. Well, it's a championship game. You break out your best.
Oh, you have to.
What a nice form on the foul shot.
Beautiful.
Shot goes off, so 0 for 2 from the charity stripe to start. Back down the other way. Excellent pass, and they'll have an opportunity for the charity stripe on this end.
That's great. You got 2 basketball coaches here. I said, what a catch. Coach Elwell with what a pass. Both of us right. My goodness, what perfect post entry. And how many times do you see a kid fumble that, you know? Right in her hands, right up with it, and she's going to earn it with 2 shots at the foul line.
Juliet Gregorio with a great pass, leading number 5, Laura Williams, to the basket, who got fouled on that.
Gregorio, the leading scorer and the aggressive player for the Titans.
Hey, and just like that, boys, they're on the board.
Breaking the seal.
And a defensive barn burner, as you'd call it, Doug. This is what we needed. Second one is up off the back rim. No. Rebounded by the Hawks, and they'll look to push. Shorty comes across the timeline with the left hand down to her knees, passes it to a trailing Hawk, and they'll reset it up top. Pass into the paint, deflected. It's staying on this end of the court. Good offensive possession here. Turnaround jumper outside the paint. No. And a traveling violation just on the baseline.
Doug, I would rather referee a high school varsity championship game than do this game right here. And not from, I would be more nervous
intense
at the high school game than this right here.
Really?
This is hard. It's difficult because you want to let certain things go because of the age, but you want to honor the rules of the game and teach them. And honestly, it's not easy. So hats off both these officials.
Now back down the other end. Gregorio with it now. Has to give it up to Matera. Working left side. She is called for a travel.
And the hardest part, right, like I think you said it before, is finding that balance because there may be a travel every single play.
Right.
So, at what point is it a meaningful travel, or is it one that they're just kind of moving their pivot foot a little bit? So it's a tough discretion. I would definitely don't want to be these guys today, especially all these parents.
Yeah.
They know better than us, right? So anytime something's happening, everyone's screaming out. So a lot of peer pressure here, but these guys doing a great job today.
I like it, Black. Discretion is difficult.
100%.
Discretion means you have to decide something, and I don't like that. I like to be told this is this and that is that. Don't tell me to figure it out.
I've tried to ref a few times, and I just get caught watching the game.
Yeah, me too.
It's hard to ref a game. It's really hard.
Beautiful pass, and a shot from the charity stripe goes in and out. Great form that time from Harper Collins. And the putback on the second chance opportunity goes in. Was that our girl Juliette Gregorio?
That's Gregorio, the leading
100%.
scorer for the Titans, stepping up here.
Big time shot.
1 point game.
Love to see it. We've got ourselves quite the contest here in game number one. A foul called on a shot attempt, and that's a good call. There were two Titans in the area there.
Coach Matera does not agree with Danny Chanod here, but nonetheless, foul is called, and it's going to put Hawkins back at the line. The coach's daughter, I believe. That's coach's daughter at the line.
I'm just the
back
voice,
with her Jays.
right? I'm just the voice. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
you know what you're talking about. It's okay if you and John disagree right now.
Dan,
you'll
you'll be a big fan of this as well. Look at some of the girls. Well, actually, all of them. Holy Child socks. All have custom numbers on the back of the socks.
Oh, wow. Swag.
Now, our cameraman, he's listening, so I'm sure he's going to be able to zoom in on that at some point to show people at home.
That is phenomenal.
That they have their numbers on their socks. That is impressive.
There's swag, and then there's like swag. This one is like SCHW.
Ooh,
this is full-out swag.
Beautiful.
The free throw. Her free throw form's been perfect all night. Good to see one drop.
It's a Divergenic, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
It's a Divergenic swag, I got it.
Literally, the bloodline that does not get any better in girls basketball in Staten Island. That's or any basketball for that matter.
At some point, you could zoom in on the...
Danny's now on the walkie-talkie. I think he's trying to get the sneakers zoomed in on. We'll pick up play-by-play in the meantime as Hawkins has one more at the line. She's been at the line a few times today, Doug. Yeah. Aggressive, clearly the focal point of the Holy Child offense. She'll have one more at the line.
Try and get a shot of their socks.
Dan is now sharing that with all of us.
No.
Letting us all know.
No.
Behind the scenes, free inside, behind the curtain here at Nobody Cares Sports.
Absolutely. Well, we're saying, there's a beautiful socks for Holy Child. An excellent shot attempt opportunity. Right wing doesn't go. And we have the rebound. This time comes up by Blessed Sacrament.
Good job.
Second chance opportunity here. 1:23 to go here in the half. Hawks with a 5-3 lead.
Great job spinning away from the
100%,
defense.
Right. I just said the same. In my head, I'm saying the same thing you're saying out loud.
3-second violation.
I coached high school basketball, and how many times I see a kid turn into the double team? It's just court sense. And Thompson there spent away from the double team, got baseline. I'm not able to score it, but great move there.
Phenomenal.
Well, here
I'm
we
looking
go.
at Thompson's, what song did you listen to before the game? Eye of the Tiger.
Wow.
That song came out before her parents met.
Unreal. And a traveling violation down here on the left corner. It's going to be going the other way, so it'll be Blessed Sacrament, the Titans, with an opportunity to tie on this possession.
It's the Eye of the Tigers.
It's unbelievable. This is the kind of stuff, I tried to get for all teams, but I want to give, I want to apologize to the teams.
You need to delegate more and have me do this kind of stuff.
I agree.
You do enough. I would love to do this kind of stuff.
Well, we're doing the best we can.
We're booking as we fly ahead.
And a turnover here. A jump ball, as a matter of fact, but it will, in fact, go the other way. So it is a turnover. Excellent defense at the top of the key exhibited this time from the Hawks. You've been harping on this all night. both teams so well coached that it's seemingly been a one-possession game all day.
And it will continue to be that way as well.
Jump ball situation, we're going back the other way.
Maddie G reading it once her nickname. Her nickname is Maddie, but her coaches and friends call her Mad Dog. Wow, that's badass. I like that.
Oh, Mad Dog. I call her
Dog.
Crazy Eyes. I seen her the other day in practice. She is by far a favorite of mine. Beautiful pass, left elbow shot doesn't go, and a travel is going to be called on the rebound. It was Melania DePrima that was there to haul it in, but she lost her steps and was called for the travel.
19.7, down 2, inbound possession here.
Good inbound pass goes to Gregorio. She is in a jump ball. No, she passes it off to a teammate. Now they send it into the paint. 10 seconds on the clock. Going all the way down the other end. Good chase down defense and a travel violation called on the fast break attempt. 6 seconds to go
Great
here
job.
in the first half.
Great job by Isabella Cicero with that defensive rundown.
Yeah, I was going to say, Doug.
She heard the footsteps and she got a little nervous there at the end. Great job.
Here we go, gentlemen. Isabella Cicero brings it
high.
across, throws a pass into the paint. The entry is missed, and that is our score at the end of one full half of play. It is the Holy Child Hawks 5 and the Blessed Sacrament Titans 3. Boys, we couldn't ask for a better way to start the day.
The greatest 5-3 halftime game I have ever seen. Ever seen. The greatest 5-3 game I've ever seen, Doug. That was fantastic. Well executed, and I think both teams showed that they have coaches that are invested, and both teams performed very well, I thought, in the first half.
I'm very blessed to know Jen Deverjenic personally, so I was able to go over and talk to her before the game and chat with her for a few minutes. And when I was talking to her, Ray, she made a lot of comments about how the girls and boys, more so the girls because she's a girl obviously, that are playing now at this level are better than she was at her age. Because of all the extra stuff that these kids have access to that we were kind of talking about yesterday in terms of training and all these kind of different activities these kids can be in all the time, whether it's strength and conditioning or agility work. A lot of these kids play flag football, and the flag football drills that they do in terms of, you know, the ladder work and things like that. So she said a lot of the things that she's seeing on the court, she didn't learn until she was almost in high school.
Well,
so
I think
it's incredible.
Development. Guys like you, Doug, our trainers and our CYO staff have been really building up our girls division. I think our girls division has always been strong. Obviously, Jen Deverjenic is arguably the greatest female player in history of Staten Island. I mean, at least the most successful.
100%.
Nikki Anasicki right there with it. There's a few others, I'm sure. But we're talking. We have, as you described it, we have straight royalty in the building. Jen Deverjenic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is the equivalent of having, you know, an NBA player in a gym in a boys situation.
Ray,
cool.
I played against her in a men's league. When she was done playing and she was cooking guys.
Yeah, she's so the praise from her just to describe these girls being ahead just shows the development. And I said at a young age, look what you have here. I was gonna say, during my days, third grade, you had some parent coaching and didn't really know what he was doing. Now you got timeouts and scouting reports, and nobody cares sports with your breakdown. The girls are filling out questionnaires, getting interviewed after games. But most importantly, the skill development that guys like you and everybody else works with them.
And you know what? It's great. We were talking about yesterday the community coming together for an event like this. I'm pretty sure yesterday at some point I saw every basketball person I know in this building yesterday for games that have nothing to do with them. You know, no children involved in the game.
Absolutely.
Just fans. Like I saw a bunch of guys. Like Rocky Fronte was here. Anthony Paslak has been here. Connor Nicholson, Blucci McGlure. Those guys were all here yesterday watching and enjoying the game. And on top of that, just people, like random people that have nothing. Like my mom and dad were here yesterday for no reason whatsoever. My sister played CYO in 2002. So since then, they have not come to CYO or anything like that. So just everyone being involved in this kind of event again is just fantastic.
It just speaks to Staten Island, I think, as a whole, Doug. It's just what we are, and we bond together. And, you know, teams from other schools root for each other. And as you also see during these games, you'll see the older teams there. You'll see 7th grade girls and the 7th grade boys rooting for them hard in the crowd and stuff. And I'm getting the hand signals from Dan, so I think he wants to wrap this up.
That just means we want to give a shout out to a sponsor that's out here all day. A big shout out to Team Pridewear for all your custom apparel needs, located right here in Staten Island. Scrolling through the website on page, they make all sorts of uniforms, custom gloves for football, and they're out here working with different teams in the community.
Wow, look at that. That's awesome.
I mean, yeah.
New Up's always looking to buy new gear, so I'm not
really
reach out to
I
these
mean,
guys.
I'm just scrolling through for our broadcasters online. Team Pridewear Staten Island, look them up. They're supporting us all day here, Championship Sunday. So thank you to them.
We got Nobody Cares Sports uniforms or something. We got to look to that.
I'm getting better.
I think we should get some gloves.
That wasn't a judgment, Dan. I'm just saying as an advancement. I'm not complaining.
We should get some football gloves, so when you put us on the stands,
would be great.
If I go like this, Dan, it says Nobody Cares Sports.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That'd be good.
Sick.
All right, well, here we go. It's number 23 for Holy Child. Melania DePrima set to inbound to
Of course
Irene
she is. Melania's the
Veronakis.
inbounder. That's her job. Look at this sharp pass. She gave us a look like she wanted to kill us, too. My goodness, she's focused
intense.
right
She's
now.
ready.
Super intense. Back to the action on the court. Surprise, surprise. It's another jump ball. You know why? Because the defense is ferocious.
Yeah, all the credit of the jump ball goes to the aggressive defense, that's for sure. And it just goes to the age. Older kids can throw the ball physically a lot further.
Yeah.
They're young, so it's hard, then.
That's why zone defense at this age is tough, because there's not many spots to go to. Like, in the zone in the zone defense at the older ages, the way to break a zone defense is to get the ball inside out and knock down threes. At this age, you really can't do that. So we need some maybe more transition baskets, maybe some steals to get to the rim. But it's hard. When you close down the middle at this age, it's really hard to get to the basket.
Yeah, Veronakis sends it right, and it's lost in transition. Often how I talk to my employees. We're going to have it inbounded underneath their own basket here.
Stacking it up again, Ray.
Who knows? They can go anywhere with this. One line down, a pop, and then an elbow jumper for the 27 there.
Well, inbound is deflected, but it is in fact hauled in by Addison Harkins, who finds an open hawk at the top of the key. That's Madeline Dugan. Dugan sends it over to Harkins, who fires a shot wide. Jump ball situation on the rebound. We're going the other way. Titan ball.
Hawkins is like Julius Randle out there. A little bit of everything. Shoots the jumper, mixes it up, gets in and out. Fantastic player.
How about the shout out? What number is she? 22?
It's like the Holy Child going to more of a 1-2-2 now. That worked
turnover.
beautifully.
There was a triple team there on defense. They've got numbers going the other way, but they lost it on the ball handle. Excellent pick this time by Cicero, who brings it across the timeline. Looking for an open Titan. She can't find one. Now she does. That's Gregorio. Gregorio sends it inside to Zotz, and she's called for a travel.
So shout out to Holy Child, changing defenses a little bit, coming out more of like a 1-2-2 look with a lot more pressure. Early on, they sat in their 2-3 zone more traditionally. Fans are going by. Fans today a lot, I guess on a Sunday, a lot more cooperative and polite.
Well, it's early.
The girl's jersey is so large, I can't see what number she's because it's tucked in so far.
That happens all the time.
It's 27. I keep trying to figure out what number it is.
Thank you, sir. Oh, a jump ball situation yet again, gentlemen. So that's something that we're going to see. Talk about over-unders.
Jump ball's a part of the game. That's level. If you don't like it, don't come. Watch it on Nobody Cares. Like and subscribe.
Over-under like 30 jump balls this game.
So far, the bookie spread of, what was it, 5.5?
6.5.
6.5 in play.
Hey, a good inbound pass. The ball shot from the charity stripe this time from Dugan. Comes up just a bit shy, but that was a great shot opportunity off the inbound.
Shout out to Monsignor Farrell hosting a great. I see my guy Devin Dunn and Pete Chatrone over there. Just being here, being a presence. Anybody needs anything, they'll help out.
So, coaches, I just want to say that Cicero, the floor general for this Titans team, has been having a hard time bringing it across the timeline. Her first pass on offense is going into two Hawk players' hands on the last two possessions. So this zone that they're running really seems to be confusing their
Yes,
their
definitely.
course.
Give credit to Holy Child for the change of defense. But as we go forward, I'm sure both Sacrament will adjust and find a better way to advance the ball against the zone. You see Coach Zotz on the bench working with the players now to hopefully advise on that.
Turnover here. Harper Zotz comes up with the steal. Good defensive play. This is Matera, brings it across the timeline, and a little bit too wild on the pass, goes out of bounds.
It's just great to see the intense, focused face on every player on the floor. Every
I'm
single
gonna
one
be real with you, dude.
dialed in and locked in.
It's going to sound crazy. I'd rather do games like this than
Doesn't sound
college.
crazy about it
Like,
at all.
I swear.
100%.
Because there's enough intensity with CYO. I can't handle college. Oh, beautiful pass! And in and out! Carnival hoop style. I mean, baby, that rotated 3 times and shot out of the rim.
That ball popped out, and that ball, Gregorio was not letting that ball go at the end
Man,
there.
she's intense for,
Rip it
for a
through.
little girl, man. Wow.
She's intense. I'd like to talk to her parents.
Jeez. They're probably the nicest people on the planet.
Probably.
I've seen that happen now with children. That's the way it goes.
Well, look.
So, Doug, you see again, and Danny, you point out that 1-2-2 zone.
Yeah.
Blessed Sacrament has to figure out a way to get the ball a little deeper first before they throw that first pass. Trying to throw from half court is not going to work out.
Exactly right. And we even talk about this with high school players, trying to limit the distance you're making a pass. So, that's part of the problem, too. They're throwing a very far pass from the top of the
left side doesn't go. Second chance opportunity for the Hawks. They still control it. Another shot from the right elbow won't go. And we have a foul called. First time in a long time. I will say this, boys. You're talking about Juliette Gregorio from the Titans. That's the girl who said her favorite pregame meal is meat.
That's fantastic.
She also said her dream job is to be a WNBA player, so she's locked in today, boys.
We have a role model in the crowd for you tonight, young lady. Look at the ball pressure up top here. See, good. Let's say we're bringing someone out a little higher there. They brought Thompson out a little higher to help out. It's small little adjustments, but that good coaches make, and Blessed Sacrament making all the moves they need to do for their girls.
Shout out to Doug Elwell bringing treats today.
Yes, Doug brought donuts. I was a little behind.
I had a carrot cake muffin just before.
How great was that?
It was banging.
Shout out to, I know they're not a sponsor, sorry.
But they sponsor CYO.
Shout out to Mark's Bake Shop.
You don't need to be a sponsor to get shouted out on this network.
I was doing it anyway.
It's all for the community.
I was doing it. I was just making sure. I wasn't sure. But
No.
I was doing it.
You Gucci, man.
Main Street Coffee. Love Main Street Coffee.
Now, we're everywhere, though. I'll tell you, we try and just support everywhere we can.
If you're in the Farrell neighborhood, it's very close by. It's on Richmond Road over by St. Pat's, so you're right here.
When people say, how do you do it all day long, all those games all in a row? My only answer is 3 words, Main Street Coffee.
Correct. A shot right side doesn't go off the fingertips of Addison Thompson. Second chance opportunity left. Doesn't go either. Coming back the other way of the Hawks, and they've got numbers. Even more than that, the Titans get back on defense to stop transition. Good foul to stop the shot attempt, but a great move to create that attempt.
Veronica's just put such court sense where to go on the spin there up top. Like she got from a trap up top all the way to the bucket, Dougie.
Do we have any information about the Holy Child girls? Because I would love to know more about Irene. I feel like she's a very interesting cat.
I think that Dan did not. I don't know if we have sheets
for
Holy Child. We're wondering if we have Holy Child sheets. Okay, so we apologize to Holy Child. We're in the infancy stage of the questionnaire. I did not know about it until about 8 minutes ago.
This is a dry run. It's a dry run, and it's going well, Dan.
It's going well for Blessed
I love
Thanks,
it,
guys.
I love it. No, I love it. I'm serious. I love it.
It's maybe Holy Child submitted. It's so hard to get unless the coach is here.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
No, I'm getting Little League World Series vibes from
That's
it.
what I want.
Love it.
That's what I want.
Love it.
Well,
all right, so now it's a 2-possession game. No 3-pointer here at this age.
1 minute to go.
Remaining.
1 minute to go here in the third quarter. And it is
stop
a turnover here, and almost a foul, but no call. It's regained possession, and now here comes a foul called against Blessed Sacrament. So it's getting a little scrappy here.
Veronica's just took a shot right to the chops. And you can see the little mark on her face now from it, and no effect. Just ate that and kept going.
I keep it, Robbie.
That foul was on number 13, Juliana Matera. Her least favorite thing about basketball is going to practice on Monday.
Amazing. Amazing. 41 seconds to go here. Hawks looking to build on a lead. Excellent pass. Oh, ball! Blocked in the paint by Gregorio. She brings it across the timeline, going the other way. 2-possession game. No 3-pointers here. Shot attempt from Zatz. Doesn't go. And it's going to be Hawks basketball. And I'll tell you, though, these Blessed Sacrament Titans fans are boo. Yeah, I love the CYO crowd, dude. It's so fun in here.
Coach is there. He wants to call. He's not going to get it. He's clearly, Coach Mateo, clearly very upset with not getting possession there. 12 seconds
to go here. What do we got? Hawks with the basketball. Right side called for a traveling violation. So, ball don't line.
9 seconds.
Coming back this way. Blessed Sacrament. Got to bring it across quickly.
Ooh.
5 seconds on the clock. Passes over. Thompson with it to the corner. Gregorio fires a shot, and it was a traveling violation. That'll do it for the end of the third quarter.
So a low-scoring third, I believe, was 5-3 at the half. So 1 point added to it. low-scoring defense first, third quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams here in the fourth step up, score a few buckets.
We're going to look at the
Dance
camera over
squad's
here,
going to come on the
gentlemen.
court here.
Oh, we got a dance squad?
Well, I meant the unofficial dance squad, but apparently they're not. Yesterday
Oh,
we had
all
them on
right.
the
So I'm going to turn over the broadcast booth. You're
All
powered
right.
by our friends at Main Street Coffee. Listen, want to give a big shout out to any sponsors that are, involved with us this weekend. And a big one, we got to give a shout out to Inspire Hoops. Doug Elwell in the booth. Doug, why don't you tell us a little bit about your basketball clinic?
Yeah, so I just do training, for kids and adults, anyone interested in basketball, really. I've been out there doing it for a few years now. Changed my name from Elwell Academy to Inspire Hoops. Trying to make it not about me, trying to make it about the community, about the kids that we're working with. I got about 25 kids in college right now playing ball, which is we're excited about.
Which is what it's all about, right?
100%.
The education and the basketball.
Yeah, big shout out to Callie O'Brien, who won their second round matchup yesterday in the NCAA Division III March Madness tournament.
Awesome.
Moving on to I believe the Sweet 16 now. So a lot of good stuff going on there, and just a lot of good things going on in Staten Island basketball in general. Like I said
Doug's
yesterday.
being modest. He will train your third grade daughter. He will train your second grade daughter. But he's smoked about his Division III college athletes. Doug trains R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett, and his only successful stretch this season was
when he was
immediately
getting
after
coached by Doug.
And that's not hyperbole. That's not sarcasm. That's not kissing Doug's.
Brother, that's facts.
That is a fact. So Inspire
Right,
Hoops, man. If you want to learn to play the right way, there's a million ways you can go about it. A lot of great trainers out there.
100%.
But they get no better than Inspire Hoops.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Ray.
Awesome to have you on board, too, Doug. I mean, you're a trainer, you're a coach, and you're also a broadcaster, a man that wears many hats. Turnover, backcourt violation. We're coming the other way. Start of the fourth quarter here, boys. Championship basketball. This gym's really starting to fill up.
Is it, Doug, just curiosity, is that actually a backcourt? Because the ball never had possession, right?
Do you know what, Dan? I'm not positive about that one.
Here's a shot.
I don't think so. That's my guess.
I'm flaky with the possession, just touch and over.
Like, I would think she had to have possession.
There was even a play this year in my high school game where the ball was deflected, and then the guy on the other team that did not deflect the ball hit the ball, went over half court, and picked it up. And they called it backcourt violation. So there was no change of possession. There was no possession.
Sure.
So I'm not really positive about that. It's a great call. Maybe we got to ask our resident official in
He
the
actually
booth.
just
Bates.
left. Oh, Bates is around.
Well,
Dave Fernandez helped us out a lot. He just left. He's going to a Patriot League game this afternoon. Good luck, Dave.
Well, we've been seeing
Big shot.
while you gentlemen were debating the rules, which we appreciate. We have shot opportunities on the other side. 1 of 2 so far. 0 for 2, as a matter of fact. So we're still in a 6-3 game. No 3-point plays available. That is not available, right? So we got a 2-point, 2-possession game here. Loving what we
Look at
see.
the flash middle, Doug, for
And
number
they
4
get it
here.
into Gregorio. She splits the defense. Now passing it over. Thompson has it. Fires right side. Doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. And unsure what to do with it. Throws it up. She's fouled and going to the line to shoot 2.
So note to self, next year when you're coaching your high school basketball team, break out the Blessed Sacrament press breaker from 3rd grade, because they ran a press better than my team did all year long.
And Holy Child has not pressed the entire game, has not shown any signs of pressing. And with the drop of a hat, they were able to completely run their press break to perfection.
You see the face guarding of the
Unbelievable.
denying the inbounds? Oh, my goodness.
I'm not sure if I
Fantastic.
love the technique, though, of pressing right now with the score in your favor.
I think, it's going for the kill. You try to, it's risk reward, obviously.
But now look what we got here, right?
Tough break here for Addison Thompson.
The risk is
missing.
now that they got a wide open jumper and got the rebound and got fouled. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
All right,
Thompson
here we
with a
go.
chance here to cut to 1.
You guys got to
Sorry, Dan.
stop talking.
We get excited. I'm sorry.
Thank you. All right, she makes one at the free throw line. It's down to a 1-possession game. 6-4 is the score on the board. 64 paying attention. Hello, Drew Strong. Stripped from behind. Now the Hawks get it back. Another turnover. Jump ball. Let's see who has it.
That's got to be hard to remember. I'm sure they all have techniques. I know refs put a coin from one pocket to another or a bracelet. There's different ways, but when there's so many jumps, it's got to be difficult.
I think the score guy's keeping it as well,
That
right?
helps.
So that might help us on the
helps.
scoreboard as well.
Oh, that's good. Somebody's doing something around here. Inbounding now, this is Millennia DePrima, who tries to get it in cleanly. She cannot. It's kicked out of bounds. Last touch by the Titans. DePrimo set to inbound again. Right side of the camera. Chucks it in cleanly. The pass attempt into the paint. Looky here, another jump ball coming back the other way. Titan basketball with a chance to tie on this possession.
Holy Child stay in the press. This time only one girl. No, they're pulling it off. They're
Tracy
pulling
called
it
it
back.
off. Yep. She called it off.
She tried. She went for it. Didn't work out. Back to the zone 1-2-2.
Here's a fan favorite, Juliana Matera, but she's going to be called for a travel. And reason she stopped her dribble, thought about who to pass it to, and took the step after.
That was great by Dugan there. The call was made on Blessed Sacrament, and Dugan looked right at the ref and made the traveling violation signal. That was fantastic.
Good defense here to make sure that they get it into a non-guard. Addison Harkins receives the inbound pass. She's going to be fouled. It's a non-shooting foul, so they'll inbound underneath their own basket. Almost a minute gone by, just 41 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter. A good inbound entry. Shot attempt from the left wing doesn't go. Left corner. Jump ball, Titan basketball.
Gregorio's on the ball no matter what. She's just active. No matter where the ball is, she is all over the place. Coach Elliott Wilson joining us here. I think he's on the next broadcast here.
Bringing it over right side now. Chance to tie. Can't stress this enough in what's been a one-score game the whole time. Oh, sliding out of bounds. Matera can't save it. It'll go back to the Hawks. 6:01 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Now, despite the fact that I coach at Blessed Sacrament, I have no rooting. And we have a press here from Blessed Sacrament going full court pressure here, Dan.
And, it's intercepted. Gregorio at half court, and then she's called for travel. She don't like it.
Not one bit. Did not like
You
that
see
one
that
bit.
face? Oh, my. She's still staring at the ref. She never said anything, but if looks could kill.
Oh, man. Which is honestly, Dan, that's probably the best method ever. Because if you're saying something, that's the referee's going to take a little notice of that. If you're looking, nothing you can do about that.
As if the game's not hard enough to ref. Now you have Blessed Sacrament playing full court man and with little hand checks and stuff. So hard to figure out what's a foul and what's not.
Incredible right side, beautiful jump from the baseline, doesn't go. Second chance opportunity now. Stephanie Buckley with it. Gives it up top. Rodriguez loses it. Back the other way. Cicero with it. She loses it at half court. The Hawks have numbers. Opportunity to build. Throws it up. Too strong off the glass. Second chance opportunity. No. And they still have control. The kick out. Shot from the corner. No. And it's going to be Gregorio who comes up with it yet again.
Was there a foul call?
Yes.
I called the foul.
Yep.
Gregorio came from on the fast break there, came from the left side to the right, stopped the fast break, then got the rebound steal, then brought it up, drew the foul herself, all over the place.
I know Coach Matera and Coach Zotz were looking for a foul when I believe 21 fell down there. Looked like she tripped on her own teammate's foot there.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Is that a timeout?
No, I think the
Something
clock
with the
is
clock?
not moving.
Okay, something with the clock here. This beautiful scoreboard here, Monsignor Farrell. Like, my goodness. Be fun to play some video games on that thing. Play a little Madden or something. I don't play video games anymore, really, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
We can hook that up.
A little WNBA.
I bought a Raspberry Pi from my buddy Dave Fox. It's got every game from Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
We can get busy. Anyway, 5:09. Here's a chance for the Titans.
Oh, boy, into the rim. Oh.
They go under the rim. Now they bring it back out up top, set to reset their offense. Catching the loose ball is Addison Thompson. She's working right side of the hoop. It's deflected. Great defense for Holy Child. They bring it across the timeline, dribbling from left to right. Good defense that time by Gregorio. Almost knocked it away. A baseline jumper goes.
Smooth and confident on the drive. Blessed Sacrament needs an inbounder.
Brianakis with the bucket doubles the lead to 4. Their largest of the game.
Coach Tracy with maybe the best call of the day. After the girls made the shot, they ran back on defense. She said, everyone relax. Take it easy.
Turnover here, maybe a little bit too much for these Titans to handle, and a traveling violation called Ref's going to say you moved your pivot foot.
She's telling her 9-year-old players to relax. I'm a 44-year-old coach, 22 years of high school basketball experience, and I'm nervous over here, and I can't relax.
For the second day in a row, I need a doctor. I am sweating unprofessionally. And we have a call at half court. Foul is going to be going against Holy Child here, boys.
There's a way to sweat unprofessionally? Wow,
I feel like when
I'm
you don't move for a long time and you sweat more, people question.
You're wearing a fancy sweater.
The
Dan.
sweater is
problem.
gorgeous.
It's Irish Day on Staten Island. I was trying to do like a little neutral. Anyway, back to the action on the court. They're trying to get it in. They just do. Good read, though. It's turned over. Holy Child will come up with it, but called for a foul in the process.
I got my chops broken yesterday about my clothing, so I shaved a little bit, and I have a different shirt for each game today, Dan. That was my contribution here. So I'm ready to go. 5 shirts, 5 games.
Okay, so that's awesome. The
Nobody
foul
cares.
was,
No, literally nobody cares.
the foul was against Holy Child, so no, it was against Blessed Sacrament. Holy Child set to inbound. They bring it safely across the timeline, splitting the defense beautifully and making a drive towards the hoop was Rianakis.
I have no horse, despite the fact I coach Blessed Sacrament, and I love both coaches. I have no horse in the race, but good, I'd love to see Blessed Sacrament score 2 buckets here so we can get it down the stretch.
An overtime game.
Well, here's a pass,
The
left side.
Ratings will be through the roof, Dan, if you get an overtime game.
Yeah, and not for nothing, shout out to all of you out there in the world. Over 13,000 people watched our views, and that was as of last night. Who knows what it's like at it now, so shout out to all of you. God bless. I hope all 13,000 liked and subscribed, please.
Doug, I like it better when you text me things and I have a choice to answer the text or not. When you say things into my ears, I'm like, oh, man. Back to the action here on the court. Down by 4 points. A shot right side. Good attempt. Doesn't go. Very good opportunity, but instead the Hawks will bring it across the timeline. Irene has it in her hands. Fires a jump shot. Too strong. And the Hawks will have a second chance opportunity here, and a timeout called on the floor. And this is a wise one. 3:36 remaining here in the game.
Couldn't agree more. That timeout. You know, your team is winning. You have a 4-point lead, 3:30 left, so a few options. So don't have to be kind of a rush offensively, Coach Elwell.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the last time there was a timeout in the game, so both teams have a bunch of timeouts to use still, so definitely wise to use it right now. I also feel like Blessed Sacrament's kind of breaking the defense down a little bit and on the offensive end, so maybe Coach Tracy wants to just talk to them a little bit about controlling the tempo of the game and making sure they kind of close off the defensive end, make sure that number 7, Addison Thompson, who seems to be getting into the lane a little bit, gets closed down a little bit in those drives.
And we've seen from Coach Tracy, she'll go press, she'll go zone, she'll pack it in, she'll pull it out. So any defense in play for Holy Child.
Absolutely.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to another sponsor, Shooting School. Basketball's mission is to teach and develop basketball players of all ages and skill levels, offering them the opportunity to learn the skills necessary to take their basketball game to the next level, while instilling life lessons and values, character, teamwork, all those good things. These boys out here doing a tremendous job in the community. A big shout out to, we've got Anthony Pasalacqua and Salvo Bosi. I want to say a big shout out to them coming on as full sponsors today, supporting the community. Back to you guys.
And not just nobody cares, but the tournament itself. They've been here. They have T-shirts for kids, and they're giving out scholarships to a shooting camp to all the game MVPs. So great job by Shooting School. Another example of Staten Island, how we all work together to create a great product. All the kids you see here are byproducts of the Inspire Academies and the shooting schools and everything else you see across Staten Island. But those two being the greatest, obviously, because they're Nobody Cares sports sponsors. And we're going to have the ball inbounded on the baseline for Holy Child here. Dan, up by 4, 3:36
Let's
remaining.
see if we see a different play, right?
Love the intro.
Stack. Got the stack again.
Set to inbound. They get it in safely into a straight jump ball opportunity. It is going to be...
The refs have the same reaction you do, Dan. They both kind of looked at each other like we don't really know.
It's so funny.
One ref pointed to Blessed Sacrament, but kept it Holy Child.
Everybody looked at the scorer's booth like, please tell me you got it. For a 9,000 jump ball this game, and here's a turnover. Guess who? Gregorio comes up with it, stops her dribble. She's got to give it up. Somebody go to the basketball, and a timeout called wisely by the Titans.
Great call.
And Gregorio's just been fabulous. Best player for Blessed Sacrament, certainly defensively, but all over the place with aggression and activity levels through the roof.
Tell you what, Ray, one girl we haven't really spoke about a lot on Holy Child, Dugan. We said her name a couple times. She's doing a great job when Gregorio or Thompson get a steal or a rebound. She's doing a great job cutting them off and making them stop their dribble. Where I think if she was not in the game, they'd be running past the team and maybe trying to get layups.
Players like Dugan, you look. When I have a basketball try, you obviously take the 7 or 8 best basketball players, skill-wise, and after that, you want to build things. And kids I look for are when a shot goes up or a rebound occurs, or so we say possession changes. One kid turns and sprints immediately. Others have like a delay. They kind of take a half a break, then they run or jog. Those kids that turn and sprint are the ones you want, and that's Dugan to a T. All out there, all aggression, all energy, and more importantly, focus to her energy at all times. And the crowd here, Danny, this is 12:45, I'm guessing, on a Sunday afternoon on St. Patrick's Day here on Staten Island. And this is Staten Island High School League Varsity Championship game crowd as far as people right now. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Man, I got to give a big shout out to my man Joe LeBron over here from LeBron Team Realty. He's been a supporter of Nobody Cares Sports since the jump, and he's just in the building today supporting his family, Juliana Matera, number 13 on the Titans basketball team. Here we go. They find themselves down by 4. 3:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dribbling right side is Thompson, bringing it up top. Cicero.
Deflection.
And a backcourt.
No.
Backcourt violation.
Deflected? No, Doug? What do you have there?
I from my angle, it looked like it wasn't.
Okay.
But I mean, listen, there's so many hands, and every time that the ball stops,
that's true too.
Who knows? No, but Dugan again on the defensive end, stepping up and getting a stop again.
Hands are in there. Good fight through on the jump ball. They're not allowing us to get tied up. Oh, beautiful pass.
Left side. That gets the place rocking.
I couldn't see the number. Was that 8?
Yep,
Buckley. Stephanie Buckley on the bucket. 10-4 Hawks.
And she gets a steal here.
Well, a good
big time
30
steal
seconds
here
for Buckley there.
With a 6-point lead and what's been a low-scoring game.
Veronica's has been the best player during the regular season, and she's been absolutely fabulous at the point for her team today. Very few turnovers, a lot of aggression on both ends of the floor.
Dugan doing a great job picking them up.
Yeah.
As soon as half court.
Well, back the other way now. The Hawks trying to build. Good opportunity. Goes off the glass. Too strong. Coming down the other way, Gregorio with it, dribbling towards the boundary. She's got to be careful. She gets it safely across the timeline. Could be a double team if played properly. And it is, in fact, that. It turns into a jump ball situation.
You know what? I think she wanted to get an inbounds along the baseline, so she dribbled to the baseline and potentially jump ball. Now they have a play ready to get a bucket.
Knew the game. Oh, she's open.
Get it in, and it is intercepted. Tough turnovers here down the stretch. Timeout called on the court by Holy Child.
Sorry, Danny. Sacrament had a double team there. Good timeout. Put some pressure on them. So 2:05 in a game where you've scored 4 points in about 25 minutes. Can you find a way to score 6 in 2 minutes? That's the question. Doug Elwell is now leaving the booth. Not sure what his plan is. Oh, they're going to have us there with the Titans to the squad here. I see the Titans.
Mikey, put these kids on camera dancing over here, down bottom level.
Yeah, we got the Titans squad. A lot of kids from the second grade team. I see my guy Tommy Sliga there. A few others from a dominant first grade Biddy team over at Butts Sacrament. Full disclosure, I am the second grade coach, Butts Sacrament. We talk about coaching in divisions. Myself, Danny Lee, Jeremy Smalls, 3 guys with tons of high school basketball experience coaching the young levels over at Butts Sacrament. And you've seen them now. I think this is their 3rd championship game over the weekend. And a great job by our camera crew getting those guys involved.
Excellent job by Mikey Cugno on camera, making sure to capture the action. Also, Doug Elwell, I didn't know you were a producer, brother. Good job.
Doug Elwell's a jack of all trades. Just like on the court. You can put him at the point, you can put him at the 4. Either one doesn't matter. 1 through 4, he's good to go.
Ray was talking about the atmosphere here, and unfortunately, if we keep it on the side, on the middle court, we don't really see everything going on. And these kids, every single time out, these kids have been running onto the side right there and holding up their signs, cheering on their heroes right now, which is the 3rd grade girls A team.
So wild so far. Bringing it across the timeline is Holy Child. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. A turnover, and the Titans will have an opportunity in a 3-possession game. This is far from over.
Far from over, but Butts Sacrament needs a basket. I would say this possession, with that 1 through 2, like Coach has pointed out. the defense from Dugan has been nothing short of fabulous.
Here's a shot right side. Won't go from Gregorio. She has been the answer for them all day and the best shot opportunist on the court.
Between her and Thompson, those are the two girls that they ride with. Good defense here. Look at this. Ray, look at this. Great face guarding.
They got to get it across, and another timeout called here.
You get 4 timeouts a game, and you can't take any home. So good job by Coach Geraci taking care of business here. I believe she's called 3 now. Should have 1 in the pocket.
Yeah, but again, that's why, as a coach, Ray, I'm not sure what your strategy is when you're coaching. I do the best I can to make sure I have my timeouts towards the end of the game, just in case for situations like this. So I don't like to use them during the first few quarters, just to make sure I have a couple to in my pocket. Like you said, it's hard.
In a game early, in high school you get 5, so it's a little easier.
Yeah.
And my strategy is, in a game, if I don't like calling timeouts to motivate. If I have to change something big, like we're going from man to zone, or we're changing offense completely, and I feel they need a break, then I'll call one early. But I'm with you. You need your timeouts late in games. You want to be able to inbound the ball to half court, call another one.
Sure.
And most importantly, you want to be able to call timeout. Well, this is the difference between the boys' game and the girls' game, Doug.
Yeah.
In the girls' game, the clock stops at the made basket.
Really?
Late in a game, in a boys' game, in the PSAL. In the boys' game, you need to have those timeouts to stop the clock.
Start thinking about your players of the game.
I just had that for Doug. I just actually circled it. I don't. Honestly, my answer would be the Holy Child defense, but we'll pick a player, I'm sure. But
Yeah, I don't know if we could fit 8 girls in the stand.
yeah.
here.
The answer
No, I
to the
don't
question, though,
think we
is the defense has been the winner so far today. But 1:39 to go.
Now set to inbound are the Hawks. Crunch time we are. They go to bring it across the timeline and do successfully. Gregorio on defense. A shot from the right baseline won't go. Rebounded by Cicero. And she'll bring it across the timeline from right to left, going the other end. 1:26 remaining in the quarter. Taken away here, Holy Child with a massive steal in the waning moments of this championship game. But hold on to your horses. We've got another jump ball situation.
I think in a game this age, jump ball should go to the team losing. That's my new rule. Making it up completely. But would love to just jump ball goes to the team that's down by more than 5.
Or to the defense. Reward the defense.
Okay, we'll go with that too. I'm making up rules.
Just make it up as you go. What's the worst that happens?
like
We already get
it's
enough hate.
it's like
Nobody
rock-
cares anyway.
It's like rock and jock.
Exactly. We have done that before.
The 3rd time she got punched.
Oh, beautiful pass into the paint. An opportunity is deflected. Another shot blocked in the paint.
Great no
These
calls.
Titans ain't going nowhere fast. Beautiful stuff. Said not up in here, up in this paint.
All right, possession again. They've had the ball now 3 times unsuccessful, and a ton of that credit goes to Dugan at the top of the zone.
And Harper Zotz has just been a force defensively in the paint so far today.
Absolutely.
Good
all
shot
night long.
attempt, comes up short. We'll call it a pass. 45 seconds on the game clock, and a timeout called wisely by Blessed Sacrament.
I think both coaches have done a fantastic job managing that timeout.
Now,
So there's no need to panic
I
early.
just got to give a shout out. It's 10-4, 44.4 seconds on the clock. Shout out to my man, Martinique Matthews. Rest in peace. But
rest in peace, Nick.
on another level, we kind of know what we're doing here at the Nobody Cares Sports Book. The line on this game, 6.5 points. It is 10-4 right now with 44 seconds to go. Welcome to the broadcast, boys.
Blessed Sacrament, are they aware of the potential backdoor cover? I don't know. No, I actually hope they don't know what we're talking about, because this is so
How crazy
foolish.
is that, though?
But
right?
nonetheless, and to credit to the bookie, Staten High School League Championship game, he had it at, I believe, 5.5.
Correct.
And C scored a bucket at the buzzer to cut it to 5. So C with the back. C did not win a championship that night.
Backdoor cover.
But there's an expression: great teams win, fantastic teams cover. So on that night, C was a fantastic team, and Blessed Sacrament, if they can't come back and win the game, can come back for the cover. Which
This
is
is all
available.
just fun.
For
We're just
entertainment
coming up with
purposes
stuff,
only.
man. And to be honest, for entertainment purposes, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, absolutely
We
not.
got it right on a 3rd grade girls championship game.
Shout out to the Chinese bookie.
Inbounding here, opportunity to score. Left side doesn't go. Second chance opportunity. Gregorio with it. Jump ball situation. It's going the other way with 38.3 seconds to go.
See what my rules to get the ball back. I like my rules better.
Yeah, right. You're right. Oh,
You're right, he says. Oh, a double team along the boundary, no problem whatsoever. And she brings it across the timeline, goes into the corner, loses it out of bounds. 10-4 game.
Doug, I've watched this young lady, Veronica's play all game. Maybe her second turnover, third at the most, playing point guard in a game like this where there's so many. Playing the whole game at point, very, very impressive.
Yeah, especially, I was just going to say, she turned it over because of the hustle by Matera there, the 13 on West Sacrament. So between the two teams, you got Matera. Look at the screen by Dugan.
Dugan, if you're asking me, she's in play for MVP. Isn't because she didn't score. She changed the game defensively.
She did. Yes, she did.
And that's something we got to figure out.
What do you got?
Well, we're discussing MVP. I know we want to do it on the air or privately, but for Holy Child, this is a team win, really. So we'll discuss it off the air. The timeout's going to help us do that. Thank you to Coach over there. Doug and I have been quietly circling names, and we have all 5 started circled right now. So,
all right, here's what we're going to do.
Wholesale
Mikey.
subs here.
We're sending, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Wholesale subs.
The wholesale substitution, getting their starters a nice ovation. Great job by Holy Child. Dan's directing the crowd. Doug and I trying to figure out MVP. Blessed Sacrament's going to go to the bench. They're going to bring on Ella Green, and she's going to sub in for Blessed Sacrament. Also number 18, Kendall Manayo. I'm trying to make sure I shout anybody else. Alexa Wharton now in the game. Number 12, Lily Ballman. And a great season for the Titans. Going to come up a little short, but a fantastic season.
12 seconds to go. The ball into the far corner. Turnover. No, it'll stay. Blue and white basketball.
They'll take not enough time. Just pick one, Doug. We're going to put the pressure on Elwell to pick. We've talked about it. Elwell's going to pick one Holy Child player. He's going to bring her over. But just Holy Child, while you're watching this, trust, there's many of you. Dugan, DePrima, Veronicas, Harkins, you could all be MVP. We're going to pick one because we have to contractually, but well, trust me, the coaching staff and the players for Holy Child are the real MVPs today. They're going to inbound, and they're 4.3 seconds away from being the third grade Staten Island CYO champions, Dan Chanod.
And what a time to be alive in front of a packed house, 4.3 seconds away on a beautiful Staten St. Patty's. Sunday, March 5th, the ball is in, time dwindling down on the clock. Shot attempt won't go, and that is it! The undefeated season with an exclamation point. The Holy Child Hawks have won it.
Congratulations to Holy Child. Doug, I think I speak for you when I say so cool to watch. What an enjoyable basketball game. Doug Elwell now is going to go get us the MVP, and we're going to do an interview with whatever young lady he decides is our MVP. Blessed Sacrament, I watched the bench after the game. You saw both coaches show disappointment in their faces at first for a half a second, and then nothing but smiles and clapping as they know they were part of an amazing championship game this afternoon. Doug Elwell bringing over game MVP. Irene Veronicas over.
All right, well, we've got time enough for one interview. Who do we got in the booth here?
Hi, Irene. How are you?
Good.
Irene, how did it feel to play this game in front of so many people today?
Good. It's just like, it was scary at first, but then I did it, and then we won the championship undefeated.
Undefeated season. That's very fantastic. How does it feel? Because the point guard's like the captain on the court and the most important player because you take care of the ball. You played a game today, I think, with only 2 turnovers. How did it feel to take care of the ball and get your teammates shots?
It was good.
Irene, you give all the best answers. Shout out to your coaches. Go out there and enjoy your trophy.
Congratulations to you and your teammates, Irene. Have a great day. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, that's our MVP. She played a great game today and more importantly led her team to a championship. We're about to wrap up this broadcast. Doug Elwell, Ray Palma, this team's going to be together for Game 6 on the docket.
Woo! Can't wait.
Don't you worry your little beating hearts. Like and subscribe. Tell the world Nobody Cares Sports is on the scene. Game 2 coming up next. Who do we got? Let's check it out.
As we do that, let's give a shout out to Main Street Coffee, all of our other sponsors. Duffy's a game sponsor today. Duffy's the best burger on Staten Island. Go check them out.
That's right. We want to give a shout out. Game 2 coming up next.
Holy Child
it's
again.
The 6th grade girls A championship. The Holy Child Hawks against the St. Teresa Falcons. Danny Chanod, Ray Palma, Doug Elwell. Nobody Cares. See you in a couple minutes.